What is up, you guys? Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of what if Naruto had better kurama, had minatos kurama. So this is gonna be a pretty good what if for me, because now we're going to be going over the Land of Waves arc. So Naruto, being the prodigy he is, would want to have a better mission. So Naruto would have asked. Naruto was on the strength of base Shippuden Naruto, maybe even stronger. What I'm saying is this Naruto is very overpowered. So Naruto would probably be the strongest on the team, so the third Hokage would understand and give him a C rank mission, and it's of course to escort Tazuna. So immediately they would do it, blah blah blah. The Demon Brothers show up. Naruto would immediately activate KCM. I'm kidding, he doesn't have KCM yet. Not yet. Not yet. So he activates his QBIs and blitzes over and punches one. I actually did a punch in real life, and that set my headphones off. He punches one of them so hard that it goes through their stomach, and then rips his hand out and says, "Eat this, Wingale Palm," and blasts him into a tree. Then the other Demon Brother comes, he punches, Naruto grabs him and slams him on the ground, and slams him left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down, up, down. And Naruto, after that, he throws up because he's like, I just stabbed someone right through the stomach. Naruto is mortified of what he just did. But then Naruto immediately gets over it, and he says, those guys were going to kill us anyways. So immediately Naruto would, so next we move on to the Zabuza fight. This one goes completely different. Immediately Zabuza would show up, and Kurama knows who he is. He says, "Naruto, let me take over for this fight." Naruto says, "Okay." And immediately Naruto goes, four-tailed state. Now Naruto would pretty much clap Zabuza. There's really no contending. He goes and eats a tail beast ball and shoots it at him, killing Zabuza in one hit with that giant beam, erasing Zabuza from existence. Haku would show up, throw some needles at Naruto, stabbing him right into his arm actually. But then he just breaks him out immediately and then shoots it and smacks Haku in the face with a claw, sending Haku flying, but Haku lands on a tree and Naruto immediately reverts back. So basically he would be like, "Oh no!" So then out of nowhere, Naruto would be hit by several Senbone, and now it's up to Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi to fight. Immediately Haku would throw tons of Senbone. Sasuke would block them all with the kunai, then throw tons of shuriken, and he actually learned a jutsu from Naruto, because Naruto actually taught Sakura a jutsu to impress her, and Naruto also wanted... Oh wait, no, never mind, forgot, it's Hinata. He wanted to teach Hinata a jutsu, and Sasuke actually picked up on it. So Sasuke throws so much shuriken out of his pocket, and he says, "Shuriken Shadowclone Jutsu!" And all shuriken from every angle. Top, bottom, side, left, right. Top, right. Every single place. And Haku can't dodge, so he says, "Crystal Ice Mirrors!" And all the shuriken just break in half, and Sasuke's like, "Shoot!" So when Haku's about to throw, Hinata says, "Palm rotation." I'm gonna say she was training with Kakashi, and Kakashi actually taught her how to use the palm rotation. And then blocks all the Senbone and says, "I will fight." And she goes and then starts palm striking everywhere, and then using a little bit of lightning style to palm strike even more. Sending Haku flying. Then Kakashi would go Sharingan mode, and then shoot all of them, but out of nowhere, a chakra arm comes and punches Haku in the face, sending him flying. And then he says, "Tail Beast Bomb! Tail Beast Rasengan!" And rams it into his stomach. And it rams into his stomach. He shoots at a chakra arm with this, and then slams it into him. He's like, and Haku goes flying into a wall. Ugh. So Naruto... So Naruto would have killed Haku, but delivered Zabuza, and that's basically it. For the Land of Waves arc, of course. Moving on to the Chunin exams arc. Kakashi, blah 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 blah. Now we're gonna get on to the Gaara meeting. So Gaara would pretty much would be scared of Naruto, kind of. Actually, no, they'd have a better interaction. They'd have a way better interaction. He would say, "Hey, Gaara," and then out of nowhere a voice takes over Naruto. He says, "Hey, Shukaku," and then out of nowhere Shukaku goes, "Oh, hey, Kurama," and Kurama says, "Stop making that kid so angry. You caused him pain his whole life." And he goes, "Oh, I didn't really know I was doing that bad. I'm just trying to protect him." And he's like, "It's okay, Shukaku. Just don't do that. We will be." This Jinchuriki host is actually really, really good. He's referring to Naruto. And then Gaara immediately feels calm. And they're like, "Hey, kid, what did you do?" And he said, "I made Gaara better. Kurama made Gaara a better person." And they're like, "How?" And he says, he talked to Shukaku, and Shukaku met his brother, Kurama, which calmed him down a lot. And he says, "Thank you, Naruto Uzumaki," and then bows down. It says, "Thank you." And then the three come over, and they're like, "Thank you." And our friends Tamari and Kankuro also bow down and say, "Thank you, Naruto." And it's just a normal interaction. Now, Gaara and Naruto are actually friends in this timeline now. Way quicker than they were in the original timeline. Speaking of Tamari, Tamari's right there. We're going to be moving on to we're going to skip the decline. So, now we're going to talk about the first start of the Chunin exams arc. We're not going to go over the test because Naruto easily passes because he's got Kurama, and so does Shukaku. And not Shukaku, and so does Gaara because of Shukaku. Shukaku actually knows a lot about the past. So Shukaku would Naruto and Gaara's teams would actually team up. And Kurama and Shukaku would bond normally. And Hinata and Tamara would actually become friends. Kankuro and Sasuke, not so much. Sasuke's still an edgy boy who doesn't like anyone and doesn't take no for an answer. Guys, I will be right back. So, back to the what if, my friends. Naruto would actually be training before the Chunin exams to master, to try and turn into Kurama. He's not going to turn into, like, the actual Kurama, like the one that we saw in canon. No, he's going to turn into the actual nine-tailed fox. And Gaara would actually have control over Shukaku, because he would actually release Shukaku, and Shukaku would be trusted. So they both release him to turn into their tailed beast, erasing the forest with their tailed beast bombs. So immediately Kurama starts going, and then they start charging towards the exit without damage. Then they get out with a little dirt on their clothes. They're like, "Huh, those kids had dirt on their clothes." And they're like, "No, we didn't get damage. We just fell down from transforming into our tailed beast." And she's like, and then Anko breaks a cup and says, "Damn it! Why do these kids' beasts have to be so special?" And then she takes one more glimpse at Naruto and Gaara, and she goes, "Oh, never mind." So then, basically, now we're moving on to the finals. Naruto would completely Kiba. So basically, Kiba would run at him with the fang over fang. Naruto would catch his thing and spin him around and punch him. And then he'd say, "Hey, Kiba, what do you think is better, a dog or a fox?" Ah! And power up into one tail. And then he'd say, "Ah!" and shoot a tail beast ball through Kiba. Not through, but hits him and sends him into a wall, sending him flying. So he'd basically wreck Kiba. Kiba would be destroyed. All the matches go pretty normal. That's the end for part 2, because this is a really